shift together here from the D-line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Bortles to throw on second down. That is incomplete.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up fourth. So on fourth down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Shaquem Grant back deep for Miami. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 84 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jags taking over on offense here in a second. And what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They have been building towards this. Really good drafts, really supplemented in free agency. And, yeah, they were a dark horse, but they played awfully well. 11 wins, 2 more in the playoffs. I think right now they'd love to get Allen Robinson back at wide receiver and add another playmaking tight end.
The slot man in motion right. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! There we go!
Fournette, a first down carry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, here's Bortles. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Black 58, right.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Black 58, right. Here we go now. Left.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets them a new set of downs. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Partner, we saw these Dolphins jump off sides a bunch last year, but that's not unusual for those guys like Sue who want to get that quick start into the offensive backfield, and they do make a lot of plays doing that.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard second down. Second and 5. Slot man moves right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Bortles completes it to Lee. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Ivory trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Black 58, right. Black 58, right.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move as they face a second down here. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Here we go now. Left.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
Bortles now to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Miami's offense getting ready to come back out onto the field. Take a step back, Charles. You look at the Dolphins in 2017. Look, they were 10-6 in 2016. Many people thought, wow, here we go. 2017 high hopes. They limped to a 6-10 finish, however.
Yeah, and you use the word limped, and it started with the injury to Ryan Tannehill. His knee in preseason, in camp, and then they decided to bring in Jay Cutler. That didn't work the way they expected to work at the quarterback position. Jay Ajayi was a Pro Bowl, well over 1,000-yard runner the year before. The chemistry wasn't right. He gets traded to Philadelphia midseason. And Jarvis Landry, over 100 catches this year, but yards per catch, well below 10 yards. So when you add it all together, not what they expected on the offensive side of the ball.
On second down, it's Drake. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Called it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Tannehill now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing now is Bortles. He's got the hook up to Lee. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. From the gun, it's Bortles. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Cameron Wake in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Shotgun now for Bortles. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Ben Koyak, 27 yards. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. Would you work your tight end into it? That's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And out come the Dolphins now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards. A wide receiver carry for Parker. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's got his man. That's Landry. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 12-yard line. Tannehill to Landry. Good for a Dolphin 1st down. Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Bortles. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. So the offense has it 1st and 10. In motion now is Lee. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Caught out left side by Robinson. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Bortles now on first down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And Lambeau can't hook this one back in. It's no good. Wide to the right. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell able to drop him for a loss of 4. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Jags grab it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
No, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Black 58, rail.
They'll run it again with Fournette. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Mercedes Lewis from 10 yards out. Then the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick it.
And this will be caught at the 30. A big play. Tannehill to Parker. 53 yards. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And some room to roam now. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. And the D looking like they may blitz. On first down, Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are in for 6. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
They go play action here on first down. Caught right side. It's Lewis. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On first down, Bortles. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. They'll run it now out of the gun. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Here's Bortles to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Lawrence Timmons coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Throwing his Bortles on third down. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to fourth down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll start the drive with Drake. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He won't go down. And he's brought down after a good gain. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running
That's
back
what you
on
need
that
for a good
play?
counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got room. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Counter play, Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. The slot man in motion right. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Bortles now on 1st down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson, 46 yards. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He'll set up the screen to Drake. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Malik Jackson able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments in this one. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he motions the wide receiver. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. On second down, here's Fournette. They find some open field here. And now look at him go. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Henning. That's complete right around the 8. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line. And a try for 2, unsuccessful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And some room to maneuver. And finally out of bounds, so he doesn't take it the distance, all but 5 yards shy of the end zone.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed, that's the spark they were looking for.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Back to throw, Tannehill being chased, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now here come the Dolphins. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Jags. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Bortles going to look to throw. It hits his target, the tight end Lewis. 23 yards on the play. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
In motion now is Lee. Back to throw, Bortles. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Kiko Alonso coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Bortles to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. In motion now is Lee. Now Bortles. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Robinson. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Brad Nortman now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Drake. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he's going to be met at about the 43. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Bortles going to throw here, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Kiko Alonso in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. To throw is Bortles. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.